What's up, guys? Today on Sports Central, we'll be going over a college football game preview. This one's going to be over California and number 13, Oregon. Both of these teams have gotten off to pretty good starts to their seasons. California and Oregon, both of these teams have taken a loss. California took a loss last week there to Arizona State, and then Oregon lost to Auburn in week 1. But Oregon has been continuing to climb the rankings. They've looked better week after week. Here's a little repeat of the last couple of weeks for both these teams. Well, for Oregon at least. California lost to Arizona State last week, 24-17. That was a tough game for them. Of course, Arizona State is a pretty good team to face. They're always a difficult team. They're kind of one of those sneaky teams in the Pac-12 that not many people talk about, but they like to pull upsets. Like they've already beat Michigan State earlier on in this season. California, your key stat for them was Brown Jr., 18 attempts, 54 yards, 1 touchdown. Out of him, he's a running back. California did have 2 quarterbacks playing last week, something to note there. Oregon last week beat Stanford 21-6. Actually, that was 2 weeks ago, my bad. They played on September 21st. They had a bye week last week. Justin Herbert was their quarterback in that one. And, of course, we all know Justin Herbert. He is a very talented quarterback. I'd say he's probably in my top 5 for best quarterbacks in the nation. So far this season. He was very accurate a couple weeks ago, 19 for 24, 259 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a great game for him there. We always see, Justin Herbert's been good for many years, and so for him, this is his last year at Oregon, it seems like right now, and so, as much as Oregon can get out of him, that would be great. Justin Herbert, I think, could possibly make a run for the Heisman if he continues to play very well. This game is going to be on the 5th of October, 11 a.m. Central Time. Spread currently says Oregon by 14.5. The FBI says 92% of Oregon. And then it's saying 35-20 Oregon for the base prediction as well. I think that time is wrong as well. It should not be 11 in the morning. I believe that one is actually a night game. So correction there. Sorry for the typo on that one. But here's your stat comparison here. We got Cal. They have 23 points per game right now, 18.6 points allowed per game, 198 yards per game, 147 rushing yards, and of course, they've got a pretty good rushing core to have 147 rush yards per game. That is something to note there. They've allowed 366 yards per game on average. And Oregon, on the other hand, has got 38 points per game right now. That is really that's a very good stat there. Usually you don't see anything much higher than 30 out of most college teams. And so to have 38, that shows that Oregon is a very talented offense and that you're going to have a good defense to beat this team. Points allowed per game, only 10 so far. So that is something to note there. 154 pass yards per game, 304 rush yards, and 262 yards allowed. California is 4-1 coming into this game. Oregon is 3-1. California has not had a bye week yet. Meanwhile, Oregon has. They had one last week. Here's a few key points here. California took an upset in week 5, of course, once again. They did lose to Arizona State 24-17. Oregon has got a very tough offense. They also have a very tough defense. We looked at how many yards that they allow per game, how many points they allow per game. They've got a 10 on average right there. And so, for California, you're going to have a great offense. You're going to have to score points right off the bat. And you cannot let Oregon get away from you, or else this game's going to be over right away. Is Cal still a great team? Of course, we've seen, I think they were a little bit overhyped the last couple weeks. The AP poll had California all the way up to number 15, I think it was, last week. And I was like, I don't really believe in California quite yet. I only had them at 20 in my week 5 rankings for the top 25, but of course, California, after that loss to Arizona State, there's a lot of uncertainty still on this team. They really didn't play many great teams prior to that Arizona State game, so that's just something to note there a little bit. Is Cal a great team, though? That's the question. I think that California is a good team. I wouldn't say that they're a Pac-12 championship caliber team, but I do believe that they are much better this year than they have been in recent years. How would each team win? If California can stay with Oregon early and possibly pull off a crazy upset later on in the game, I think they can win this one. Meanwhile, Oregon, on the other hand, you cannot let California stick with you. I think if Oregon can score 10 touchdowns on their first maybe 1, 2, 3 drives, that would be very helpful to this team to get an early lead and kind of shut California out earlier on. Of course, for Oregon, I mean, they're very good on both sides of the ball, so that should not be much of a problem. But here's what I'm predicting in this one. I think it's going to be a higher scoring one, and I think what Oregon does is what they need to do in order to win this one. I think Oregon gets up early on the board. I think they get 2 touchdowns early on. Possibly a turnover by California causes Oregon to go up 14-0 to start off the game. Probably, I'd say within the first half of the first quarter, you're going to see a 2 touchdown lead by Oregon. But then at halftime, I don't think that it's going to be. I mean, it'll be high scoring, but it won't be anything too crazy. 24-14, Oregon leads it. I think in the second half, then Oregon just kind of takes off and they win this one 41-21. I think this one I could definitely see being close. If I was wrong about this, I wouldn't be at all surprised. I think California has potential to hang with Oregon, but with them being at home and it's a night game in a night environment, 41-21, I think that's an accurate score here. Oregon's going to win this one by almost 3 touchdowns. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on this game in the comments below. If you think California can pull an upset, I mean, there are many reasons how California could pull off an upset here. But with it being in Eugene, it's going to be a tough one for sure. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on this game in the comments below. Let me know your guys' score predictions, anything you think on this game. And also, yeah, be sure to subscribe down below. I appreciate all you guys that do that. It would really be helpful to me and me being able to build here at this channel. So yeah, I'd be very appreciated. Thank you guys all for watching. Stay tuned for more. We're going over, I think we're done with cultural previews for the week. We've done 4, so we're going to go on to NFL previews now. Stay tuned for those. And yeah, I think this week for NFL previews, we got Packers and Cowboys. We've also got, I think, the Sunday Night Football game, Colts and Chiefs. I think we'll probably do the Monday Night Football game. I think it's 49ers and Browns. And then we got one more game coming your way as well along with that. So yeah, thank you guys all for watching once again, and stay tuned for more from All Sports Central.